Yahoo! Prof here. And you got a little sneak peek last night when I opened a little black bag that had these guys in here. Squeers has got them. He chipped in with me because I really wanted some. I like these little. I don't know if you want to call them chubby, but they're stumpy Uniball pens that are basically the length of. Well, I mean, if you want a standard, there's a Signo 2. This one's like a 307. That's a standard length. There you go. That's a standard length Uniball. I mean, that's significant. You probably lay them on the table. You know, that might be a little
more easier. Yeah.
But there you go. That's your length difference. Like, that's not unsubstantial. Those take the same refills, for those wondering. Because the crazy guys in Japan, there's a G2. I was going to explain that last night, where this plunger is normally, like, refill stops here, so all this up here is mechanism. They're crazy, and they put the mechanism around the refill.
It's just a Sarasa.
Right? They put it around the refill. Same thing here on the Sarasa. Look, the click mechanism and then the plunger are on top of the refill. Whereas on this guy, they're, like, around it. That's why it's fat. Yeah, I brought some white out in. I actually needed it for some of the paperwork. My mom had put the wrong email of mine on something, so I said to white it out and.
Gotcha. You got this little stick guy.
She's not very good at differentiating between my personal professional email and my personal work email. No, like personal email, for those guys wondering, you should have one that you use for like shopping. And then you should have one that you use for like business, healthcare, your government.
Actual, like your good one, and then your burner email.
Yeah, basically. Like the one that you apply to jobs with is not the same as the one that you use for Amazon.
You don't want like Smoke Weed 420 Blaze It as the one that you're like, yes, I would like to apply it. The Google.
Nah, I mean, I don't know what them. They just lost my credit card, so
I'm just saying.
I don't know if I'd
be like, Sir Smokes Weed 420. Maybe we shouldn't hire this guy.
Dude, you show up to the interview just like, just smoking a doob.
I'm just real professional. I expect you to come in. You're all proper, like Sir Smokes Weed.
But yeah, so keep those separate, guys. These things are tiny. I want to say when I picked these up at Mitsuwa, you were there with one of them with me. I want to say they were like almost $10 individually originally.
I don't think I was there when you got that, because I think you brought that back from the anime convention.
Oh yeah, it might have been.
And you're just like,
here you go. I didn't remember. Did I get you brown or beige? I don't remember. Tan. Okay.
Yeah, it was like
I was wrong.
tan.
I was wrong. I thought it was brown or beige. But either way, I want to say these are $8 to $10 roughly.
Yeah, I still like it.
It's a Uni SP05 CID. That's because this one's Cider, and this one is Rap for raspberry. Yep, for raspberry. These are these really cool translucent ones. Oh, dude, it's just blowing out. Hold on here, we gotta get the brightness up. Exposure.
Is that little guy, the UMR 05S, is that the refill, I'm assuming? In the middle there?
Which way?
You're seeing it right there.
Yeah. Well, it says there 0.5, so yes, it's the...
Right above that.
Yeah, UMR 05S. It's got the Uniball... these are Uniball 1. I'm not the hugest...
Pretty nice. What's the difference between that and a standard Uniball?
I think it's like pigment versus...
non-pigmented ink versus pigmented ink?
Or something like that. You'd have to... look at the hole. It's way bigger, too, on the ass end.
Yeah, it's pretty standard for like a 0.5, I thought.
No.
No?
Here, look at...
Did you replace yours already, or what?
Here.
Look at the one that
This is the one you gave me. I know it's 0.38, but still, look at that hole versus...
Yeah.
So they're... you guys can try... If you like Uniball ink, try Uniball ink. A lot of people would argue, though, that the Uniball 1 ink, Uniball already has better...
Maybe I'm thinking
That's a 1.0, my dude.
Maybe I'm thinking of these S gels from...
That's still a 1.0.
From Sharpie. Yeah, don't worry about it. That's fine.
At least I think
because it's just... No, it's a 0.5.
Oh.
Unless...
I might...
That's a point... That's a 0.5, yeah.
But yeah, the I'd have to look up like what the difference is, but the one ink is the Uniball one ink, the one ink, yeah, but the Uniball one ink is I would place it below both the Signo 207 and 307 ink. But then there's that one other one too. Remember, that's not the Uniball one, but it's like
light fast.
No, that's the 207. Then the 307 is the cellulose, and then there's one that's even like worse. It's like a 107, I think.
So the ink that comes in these little bad boys?
Yeah, that's light fast.
That's light fast? Oh,
yeah. That's why I recommend if you guys are a lefty out there, grab the 207. Yeah. I personally like the 307 ink better because the cellulose, it writes like super juicy and rolly and
like butter.
And butter, but the 307 only goes down to 0.38. Yeah. The 207 goes down to 0.28. So if you're like squares over here and want
that's right. I was like ripping paper when I was back at the squad, basically trying to like write notes. I'm like, all right, let's do. Oh, damn.
Yeah, stick to good paper if you're doing like the 0.28 or 0.25.
It's only the Insignia copy paper that they used to just when we ran out of actual paper, we were just grabbing it off the sales floor. Wasn't good enough.
Let's see here. Uniball. I think Pen Addict has a thing with the Uniball 1 ink. Hold on here. But yeah, it's here. While I'm looking this up, show them off some stuff with the these little shorty guys. You might have seen them in our videos before because I got a yellow one and an orange one.
I wonder if it rotates the refill then too.
It probably does. If you look at the
this
tip.
One kind of does. Looks like it does. You can see it kind of like.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the plastic thing at the bottom, too.
Yeah, it is rotating. This one doesn't, though. It's like...
It does.
No, it just kind of rotates. And
it could just be stuck in a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little derpy. The pink one's not derpy. The blue one is.
But these are just so cool, because they're basically... What do we determine? Just this end part of it. Yeah. That is all it is longer than the entire refill. Is just that...
I'll pull this guy
that
out
Uniball...
Oop, we'll put her down.
Oh, here you go. Uniball 1F and 1P. I believe these are the 1P for fat.
So you gotta have the thing extended. But yes, it's like perfect. Perfectly fits the size of the refill.
Look at that. So like the reason why it extends out is because when you click it, see how the end goes in?
Yeah.
Well, that how much it goes in is how much the tip goes out.
And then you were saying how the spring is like really compressed.
Yeah, it's super long, and when you actually click it in, it compresses less. Yeah. See how it's so compressed, and it like actually like. I don't know, like...
You got me.
But yeah, the whole mechanism goes around the refill, which is really cool. Here you go. See, this is the Pen Addict review. It's the 1P, Uniball 1P. And I'm saying P's for fat. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that Japan didn't use P for fat. F's the long, skinny guy. P, F, and P. Essentially, what would happen if... chunky little pen, nose clip. P is only with a surprising... Yep.
1P short stature somehow makes it work.
Yeah. I'm looking for the ink, though. Finding something to complain about. First picked up spare. Okay, here you go. Second complaint is really subjective. Uniball 1 is too much of an... over the other Unigel, or rather over the other counter gel pens seem worse than a roll. Simply put, you don't know why... For real, the 307 compared to testing, shiny, reflective on our page direct. Yeah, that is one thing. Uniball 1 ink is very dark.
Nice, crisp, scratchy.
Yeah, approximation.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think there was some that said stuff about.
You can see that. You know, and it was kind of like a little less dark as well. If you go back to his writing sample, scrolling down, you can see the 207 plus.
Yeah.
And then you got the 1.5 and then 1. It could just be because that might be a 0.7, so it's just thicker ink, but it does seem like it's.
There you go.
A little bit.
0.5. Yeah, the 1 plus is a 0.7, so 0.38. He didn't have any 307.7. Yeah, it's not a comparable size. They're all thicker.
It looks closer to the 307 than the 207 plus.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also both of these are 0.38 and 0.5. These are 0.7.
Yeah.
Like you need to have. I swear I reviewed ink. Uniball 1 pen ink review. I want to say. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Uniball. I think this might have been the one I read in here. There you go. Super ink. Save your old. What's the difference? Uni super ink is Uni's standard archival gel. Paper making it permanent causes cellulose nanofiber ink. That's one ink. That's 307. One ink sounds a lot like super ink. Large gel particles designed to be more vibrant colors, fast drying, but instead of embedding in the paper, it sits on top of the page. So instead of soaking into the paper, it goes on top. See, embeds itself into the paper. This also embeds itself into the paper, whereas the one ink is on top of the paper. That's the.
So it's not great for like using for writing checks and stuff like that because you can literally just scrub it off. Anything that you want for permanence, basically, you'd probably not want to use.
Yeah, it's not probably permanent. Apparently, it's archival though.
Yeah, but the super ink, you basically have to destroy the paper
here
to get rid of the ink.
Well, yeah, especially because that's light fast.
Yeah.
Okay, so large pigment particles that stay on top of the surface. Oh, I gotta turn off. Reset all. Let's close.
This ink isn't getting washed out by the paper. Dark ink look darker, bright ink look brighter.
There we go. There we go.
Fast dry and bleed resistant. So your notes will always be crisp and free of smudges.
Here, clip. Let's go to specs here once. Okay, so we got metal, spring-loaded, white rubber, fade-resistant, fraud prevention, quick drying, pigment-based, water-based. Then let's pop open this, and we're gonna do what is it? Uni 307, because that's the one I like with the. We'll just do it. Here's a 0.38 black. That's a good one. All right. So then here we have pigment-based, not water-based, just pigment. Specifically cellulose, nanofiber pigment. They have fade-resistant. I don't think this one was fade-resistant. Nope, fade, fraud, quick drying. What do we got here? We got acid-free. Archival quality. Nope. Fade-resistant, fraud-resistant. So I'm guessing the archival goes away because it doesn't go into the paper. It's on top of the paper. Now, for some of you, like this is the 207. Everybody knows this one. This is what's his face on Colbert. Colbert used to use. Always on like Colbert Report.
Yeah.
Colbert Report.
Grippy guy, the gel grippy.
Yeah, with the gel grippy guy.
Yeah.
So this is pigment water-based. Is this one also pigment water-based? Yeah. So all the Uniballs are very similar. You know, acid-free, archival, fade-resistant, fraud prevention. Like that's sort of the sort of difference you get when you do the on top of the paper versus. I believe that's why it can be darker too, because it's like not soaking in, like you're just seeing the ink because it's sitting on the surface. You're not seeing the ink, which then can get diluted by the paper. Yeah. I'd have to log in because I know there's a third one. That is because I at one point when I picked up my TI2 pen, went and I went and bought every version. You remember that when I bought like every type of ink in a specific tip that fit the Uniball pen size? Your orders. We gotta go back to here. Show all. We got a 83E 307 and 82. Okay, here's a Sakura, an Energel. We might have to go back a little bit more. Go back a little bit more. Nope. So page 1. Was it this guy here? Orange. Nope, so it's gonna be this one. So we got Energel, Sakura, Uniball.
The Oto Rays.
Yeah, you wanted those. You wanted the Oto Rays.
I forgot.
Here, if you guys want a really cool one, Pentel Orange 0.2 millimeter. Yep.
Damn, that's fine.
I got that for what's-my-face we used to work with. Trying to remember.
Place?
Yeah. So here you go, Sakura ball. This one.
Yeah.
This is. It's a conical tip, but this is water. This is like a really dark one. That's water-based pigmented. I'd say this is probably most similar to the One Ink from my experience. Mm-hmm. And then this is dye-based water, and I am not a big fan of the Energel. It's also only quick drying, smear resistant. It doesn't have a lot of it's non-archival, none of that So if you guys want to see that stuff, where we're at is jet pens. Once I know what inks I want, I just buy them off Amazon because you can buy a whole pack there for much cheaper. But if you're like, oh, I want to try, here you can see I bought a whole a bunch of different ones in the same size, and we were trying them out. Here you go. I bought a bunch more in. I think this is when I was trying blue black, and then I decided, not a huge blue black guy. So, but yeah, they do, I will say, the Sakura writes really, really nice. That's why you'll often see, those are the Jelly Roll, if you guys are running this. This is, the click version of the Jelly Roll pen. Mm-hmm. So they do a really nice, that's why a lot of people use them for drawing, because they get a very nice, consistent line out of them. Mm-hmm. But they are definitely not, a permanent, archival quality... here, fine dark line, rarely smears, never bleeds. It does make a really nice, but if you get any water on that, gone.
You're fucked.
And now if you're doing art, that's not a huge thing because you, when you're done with a piece of art, you put stuff over it that seals it.
Yeah.
Even if you're just doing drawing, because you could rub it and take it off and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it's not an issue there. So it just all depends. And I feel like for an EDC, that's where I'd probably run a 207 or a 307. I personally like that's what I'm running in here is the 307. UMR 83E is my go-to.
Whatever these guys are.
Oh yes, yeah, those are good. Those are.
One.
Oh, that's the food. Yeah.
Zebra.
That's the zebra. I should have. I'm surprised we didn't have it in there because I know I bought some zebras. Remember, because I had I want to say 8 or 10. Remember, I basically bought everything that was available in 0.2 and 0.3.
Pretty sure I still got 10 of them at home.
Yeah, because I remember because you have to buy in some of them a pack of them. You can't just buy a.
Yeah, along with a bunch of I think I have some Pilot inks still, a bunch of those Light Fast refills. I got a whole drawer full.
Yeah, I mean so do I. I mean I've now limited it to just. Basically, I use Muji gel refills, the Uniball ones, for the bolt pens from Tactile Turn, because they fit without modification. Then for everything else, I use the 207.
The G27.
No, nope, never. Oh, this is supposedly the one. If we find a click variant of this, supposedly the UM151 is what's in the Mujis.
Okay.
Let's Unigel 151 enter. Supposedly they have a click variant of this. I don't know if it's called a 151 when it's because often when they click they give them a different. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, but it's like the 100 series or maybe the 155 here, RT1 UMN 155.
Yeah.
Signo, I think that's what's in there.
RT retract.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
So there you go. There's another one. I believe this is very similar. I believe it's the 100 series Uniball that's in the Muji pens, or a variant of it, because oddly, it's obviously a different refill, because why would it fit when normal Uniballs don't fit? It's obviously a slight, Uniball is using it and making it for Muji, because it's branded Muji too. It doesn't say Uniball on it. You can just tell by how it's manufactured. But still, acid-free, archival, fade-resistant, fraud-prevented, pigment-based water. You want the pigment-based, not the dye-based, because the pigment is what makes it like last longer. But super smooth writing experience. I don't know.
Washing.
What's up? Oh, even check washing.
Check washing. So
yeah, I'm surprised though because it's not light fast though, which is normally the only ones that would prevent that are the light fast inks. Not saying it couldn't be, but I do believe the 100 series Uniball is what's in the Muji pens, which I don't think it writes as nice as either the 207 or the 307, but if it fits in my pens without modification, I'm happier about that than I am. Actually, Squares put one in here because we swapped. He took my one refills because I really am not partial to the one.
I gotta get your refills for the Muji.
It's fine. Yeah, so I do quite like the Uniballs. If you guys have any other ones, because we've tried the Sakura, we've tried the, what was the one we just talked about? Isn't it the smaller version or like the normal size version of the Zebra? Yeah, so we've tried the Zebra. We've tried the Energel. I mean, for
Jetstream.
Yeah, it's a ballpoint though.
It's like a hybrid. Yeah, I guess it's more ballpoint. Yeah, it's like a hybrid ink ballpoint. The gels from Pilot.
Yeah, the Juice Up.
Juice
Up. Juice and Juice Up.
Yep, those are good.
Juice Up is the only time if you guys are running that I use a Juice anymore is if the pen is only compatible with G2.
Yeah.
Because I refuse to use a G2. And a Juice just writes better than
use the V5 RT refills in too.
Those have issues. No, you can't because the pens I have to use G2s on are like the TI2, where it uses the tip as, like you can use it there, but it flexes. Because the tip's plastic. Same reason you can't put a Juice Up on one of those is it goes boing, like because when because it's using the metal part of the tip as part of the like.
I think they changed the ink
pen strength
on those too, so it's not liquid, it's gel. So
yeah, it's kind of weird, but yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, let us know. We'll gladly try. Normally I want black in somewhere in the 0.35 to 0.4 range. You've sometimes run like a 0.3 or 0.28 or 2.5.
3 is pretty good.
Yeah,
it's a little scratchy.
So these guys, like there's one other. These are the SARS Eclipse. There's also the SARS. What is that? I have not tried the other SARSs. I have them on Amazon. One of these days I'll buy them for my mom.
Sarasas, yeah. Those are pretty nice.
If we go to lists, shopping lists here. Where are you? Here you go. Here, the X20s. There you go. That's the one I haven't tried yet. Is the dry X20s. We obviously have tried the standard Sarasa clip because we got one right here. Look at that blunt tip. That's a 1.0 for your old people check writing needs, right?
Yeah.
Bold as. But yeah, these are probably the next one I'm gonna try, and that's mostly because it's also a 1.0. My mom likes those, so I'll just get her a box and swipe a couple. But yeah, let us know down below. Also, like anything that you would like these guys. Like I said in previous videos, I carry them in my camera bag because they're nice and stumpy and short. An easy one, like, hey, if you want, like, say normally, like you're like us and you carry a nice pen. Sometimes you're super tired because you've had 4 hours of sleep for 2 days in a row and you forget your nice pen. At least you can leave one of these in your bag and have a good pen with a good refill in it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take up much space.
It's still a pretty nice pen.
Oh, yeah.
For like a plastic body pen. So.
Yeah, because it's got a lot of metal internals in it. Like a lot of the mechanism is metal or nylon.
I was happily using my tan one for the longest time. So.
Yeah, and especially if you're like, why they made it thick too was supposedly gloves. So let us know if any of you work in glove. Have you pick one of these up, give it a shot. Let us know. What I kind of be interested is what if we can get like a felt tip refill in this thing. I think that'd be a vibe. Or like a felt tip or a They do exist. I don't know if it'd fit though, because the tip on this has to be very skinny for that mechanism.
You'd have to get either a Mont Blanc or like a cross, and then you'd either have to chop the refill down or bastardize the pen.
Sadly,
sure
that's
refills are bigger.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, even that other refill you showed me that was a Uniball, that was that like pressurized one.
Yeah.
That was far too thick to fit in here.
Yeah.
Because you have to have that entire, guys. Basically,
you can't use the power tank refills.
yeah, you can't. Right. So, but the spring goes all the way over the refill.
Yeah.
So does this plastic, like, what do you want to call it, like a shelf or a plunger or something.
Yeah.
It fits around the refill. So if you have like an extra chunky refill in the front, it's never gonna.
Yeah.
That's also why like a G2 wouldn't work in here, because the G2 has that like stepped front on it.
Yeah.
Which does make it work with 2 different kinds of springs and in a bunch of different applications, but actually makes it less compatible for stuff like this. So, I don't know. These guys were only $16. I showed Squares. I got another ad on Instagram for him today. I don't need any more Uniball. I have
$16 for 4.
For 4, yeah, I should say. Yeah, it was $16 for all 4, and because if you did spend more than $15, I got free shipping. So it literally was like $15.98 or something, which is reasonable. So maybe, you know, if you want to give the other 2 to your significant other, maybe they'll write with something better than a Bic crystal.
My favorites. The needle points are off.
And we'll see you in the next one.